Yeah, how's it going? Today is 17th of January, Friday, and we're gonna be taking a look at market, what kind of opportunities we can find, and all some of the developments, right? We're gonna begin by taking a look at what's happening in UK, and from there we're gonna progressing to Europe and what's happening in Europe, starting with UK and Poland to launch new defense and security treaty in Warsaw, increased military cooperation to tackle growth threats facing Europe, and will be at the heart of a new defense and all security agreement launched by UK and all Poland today. I haven't read it briefly. We can take a look at that would be yesterday's press release, right? Prime Minister, okay, and no Polish Prime Minister to kickstart new defense and security negotiation to tackle. Okay, so we're getting kind of political, but let's progress. There's a lot of things happening, right? Polish company in okay, that's the name of the company confirms 600 million UK investment that latest in a series of billions of pounds of job boosting investments across UK this week alone. Prime Minister continues to his focus on international engagement, which keeps UK people safe and more secure while growing the economy. Okay, let's take a look at what this article is gonna be all about. What we're interested in, numbers, but perhaps this article would try to cover all the developments, everything that's happening. What we're interested in, just numbers, right? Increased military cooperation to tackle growth threats facing Europe will be at the heart of new defense and security agreement launched by the UK and Poland today. Okay, so there might be. I haven't read it. Most likely, they taking a look and covering everything in very necessary detail. As of now, we are only interested in take a look at some of the numbers. So I'll scroll some of the developments, and we perhaps skip what might be important, right? As a part of the treaty, UK and Poland are expected to turbocharge their efforts to tackle illegal migration. Poland has been on the front lines of the European fight tackling organized migration crime, as you can see, huge increase in migrant crossing. Okay. There's other governments facilitating by gangs assisted by the okay. We're getting political, I guess. This is something that we're trying to avoid, right? Other governments, other sheet is most likely that we are taking a look at. We're skipping a lot of information. Bilateral trade between UK and Poland has doubled in the last decade, reaching 30.6 billion in 2024. British firms exported goods and or services worth 10.6 billion to Poland last year, supporting around 75,000 jobs in the UK. To consider the Prime Minister visit, Polish company okay has today announced its investment further 600 million by 29 to grow their opportunities in UK. This brings in total investment into UK to up to £1 billion, supporting the 12,000 new jobs. Right. Okay, so we are only taking a look at this particular company most likely. This is the latest in a series of job boosting investments to deliver growth and all part of the plan for change, including 14 billion in AI investment. 4 billion in from Malaysia ITL, creating 30,000 jobs and all. 50 million investment deal secured between we were taking a look at all these developments previously, right? That would be a 60 million boost for creative industries throughout turbocharged growth. Hundreds of creative businesses and or projects across the UK are to receive government's funding to help them grow as a part of the major boost to the economy, making a first step of the government's sectoral plan for creative industries. For people who are interested in beginning of understanding process how to engage with different initiatives, perhaps and or receive some of those finances. To the most part, people would need to have some experiences or expertise when it comes to engaging with any of those teams. Perhaps you can reach out to your local team and begin talks how you can gain some experience to receive some of those finances when it comes to delivering some of the projects, right? Culture Secretary hosts major economic growth summit. Okay. Mark first step towards delivery of a sector plan as a part of the government's modern industrial strategy. Okay, 60 million package to support drive growth, including 40 million investment for startup video game studios. British music and film exports and no creative business outside of London, since most likely London it's receiving a lot of finances, so it's just distribution of capital and opportunities, right? British businesses, okay. So as well as we are taking a look at banking sector, all the developments are great. Let's take a look at next person, please. Let's take a look at next article. That will be Defense Secretary over Royal Navy demand for sold ships, potentially cheap ships. Okay. That are for sale for perhaps business or governments if any of those are interested in purchasing. It's my very hard to do, but anyway. That will be Defense Secretary has insisted Royal Marine will receive a support they need as the dependent decision of decommissioning GSL ships. I don't know all the developments, perhaps when it comes to if they would like to sell some of the ships off and or build the new ones, perhaps that's what's happening. But we all know what information is available for public, right? Ask defense questions in the House of Commons on Monday, 6th of January. We have long-standing cross-party support in Plymouth and North Devon to ensure the future of the Royal Marines, including 42 commando in the constituency. Okay. But I don't know. All the people perhaps and some of the statements might be very unique, but if anything, I believe building new ships and that's what should be at the forefront. But anyway, creating jobs and opportunities and perhaps new systems and or upgrading entire fleet, I believe that might be important. But anyway, if there's some of the statements, if anything, cheap ships are for sale and there isn't any prices available, it would be of interest of understanding how much one of the ships might cost, right? Let's take a look at next press release. We are progressing and taking a look at Europe. That will be US excludes Lithuania from a chip partner imposes export controls. That will be United States has placed export controls on the chips, which will now apply to most countries in the world. The 18 US partners and allies countries exempt from the sanctions due to not include Lithuania. This is a surprising position of strategic partners. The question is where Lithuania has made mistakes in recent. Okay. I don't believe anyone's making mistakes. If some of the people believe there's any mistakes made, there's a lot of statements being made as we speak about sovereign territories have been taken over by the United States. So perhaps there's a bigger picture, right? Let's take a look at the other developments. That will be Lithuania leaders agree on 5.5% of GDP military spending. We constantly take a look at some of the developments. It would be not necessarily how much, but how well some of that capital will be spent. People in NATO summit discussion and a number of discussions were taking place where they were taking a look at how to not necessarily increase spending, but how to allocate capital better and build competitive markets of there, right? That will be a state defense council, which includes Lithuania's top political and military leaders, has agreed to dedicate 5.5% of GDP to military spending over the coming 5 years. We have agreed in the period of 26 or 2030, we will be allocating between 5 to 6% of gross domestic product to defense annually. Okay, great. Let's take a look at perhaps some of the projects already. Perhaps example of some of the projects is something that will be published recently. That will be 2025, January 15, I believe that's the date. That will be new batch of 50. Or perhaps that's the name of the project. It's arrived to Lithuania. That will be a new batch of the 50 US-made joint light tactical vehicles arrived in Lithuania in January, Defense Minister said on Tuesday. Lithuania Armed Forces will have a total of 500. Perhaps that's a very particular vehicle and no purpose of this vehicle that's been highlighted, but let's keep all of that. Once the remaining American-made vehicles are delivered later this year, the minister said in the press release, the acquisition of one of the world's most advanced armored all-terrain vehicles was initiated to meet the operational needs of Lithuania's armed forces, and this is said, right? I don't know, perhaps great vehicle, as well as there, as of now, there isn't any perhaps information available of purpose of some of these vehicles and where some of these vehicles might be used, right? Let's take a look at what other information is available. That would be Baltic States ready to leave Russian electricity grid. Right, that would be in February. Baltic Energy System operator, perhaps that's the name of the company, of Latvia, and Lithuania and Estonia will be disconnecting from Russian's energy system, known as BREL network, and will join the continental continental European energy system. Right? Okay, great. The Baltics already ready to join the European energy system. Confirm. Okay. Since the Russian invasion, okay, we're getting political. I haven't read this article, but I thought it might be important when it comes to energy grids and real networks. So there's so much development, right? To reduce impact of synchronization cost of electricity users, all three Baltic operators have invested a great deal of effort, including more than 300 million in Latvia with the European Union co-financing to strategically straighten electricity grids, infrastructure, purchase synchronization equipment, and electricity storage systems. The investment in Latvia amount to 483 million, both in line reconstruction and all new equipment and all IT systems. As well as, I haven't read it, there might be important developments when it comes to air defense systems and all fighter jets, and some of the statements being made by Airbus CEO. European sea fighter jet programs could combine. So when it comes to cost, they might be cheaper, but we're constantly taking a look at how many billions it could cost to develop some of those air defense systems, right, including fighter jets. If you would ask me, perhaps it's worth the money, but it's very expensive. But anyway, let's take a look at the statement, right? That would be the skip name. I said that could see two separate European programs working on the new fighter jets as combined air system being combined in the future as a last design to work together. Britain, Italy, and Japan said December they were setting up a joint company, okay, to develop, design, and all build a advanced stealth jet. Okay, it's not I wouldn't define it like that. Okay, sure. Tempest, I think that's the name of the program, but okay. With France, Germany, and Spain, there would be other three governments taking a look at working on a rival. I don't think it's rival. As well as it's too complex. Sometimes it could be too complex, some of these projects. But anyway, if we take it right now, we're just taking a look at the cost, right? Defense experts has long speculated that there is not enough money or potential order for the rival programs. Okay, I don't know. It's we're just taking a look at finance, right? I think there are really room for to do things in a smart way. Okay. Each and all every country could contribute its final and or technological capacity to a bigger program for European or Europe to become the what we need in the end. Like I said, just our jury was still out on where they may be happening, but he believes, given budgetary constraints, governments could be in the next couple of years come together to discuss bringing the programs together in the same way. Okay, as well as other governments, including perhaps Sweden, is developing and working on some of the projects. Right? I don't think as of now Sweden was mentioned, right? Would all the governments and progress being made, right? Let's close now. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.